Today we are going to be making
Tres Leches.
And what is Tres Leches, Jana?
It's a cake with 3 different kinds of milks.
Okay, so Brian and I first learned about Tres Leches 13 years ago when we moved to Guatemala, and we would go to different coffee shops and just spend time together, and we found a yummy dessert called Tres Leches. And so then I wanted to be able to make it at home, found a good recipe, and have modified it to how I like it. And it's a great springtime dessert that we are going to be making for Easter this year. So we wanted to show you how it's done. Our family has lived in 5 countries over the last 13 years, and we have discovered lots of delicious and healthy food while living abroad. I love learning how to cook local foods, and the kids love to help too. We want to show you how to make my favorites that are so good they become part of our menu at home, and we know you'll love them too. The Tres Leches ingredients are
the Betty Crocker SuperMoist yellow cake mix, 1 1/4 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and 2 tablespoons of teaspoons of vanilla, 4 eggs,
and this is for part 1. There will be more ingredients in part 2, which we will prepare while the cake is actually cooking. So let's get started. Go ahead and mix it up. So first we're going to dump in the cake mix, and it calls for a yellow cake mix. So the Tres Leches is kind of a drier cake because we're going to be adding a lot of milks into it. So that's why the original recipe on the Betty Crocker cake mix calls for quite a bit of oil, I believe. Not sure how much. It calls for water, and this has water too, but it has less oil. So we're only putting in 1 tablespoon of oil. This is the vanilla. Okay.
Medium speed.
Low speed for 30 seconds. Okay, now let's go ahead and scrape it down. I'll move that, yeah. And I've had this KitchenAid mixer since I was in college. Okay, that's good.
Medium speed for 2 minutes.
Okay. So as you can see so far, this is super quick and easy to mix up. There's just a few ingredients that we had to put together, and a cake mix always makes it easy. I do cook a lot of things from scratch, even cakes, but this recipe just really turns out good. And I'm really glad that my kids are learning to cook at a young age, so when they're older they will not be confused and not knowing what to do in the kitchen, right, Jana? Isn't that ready to go? Ready to go in the oven. We've already preheated the oven at 350 degrees, so it's good, ready to go. So, yes, Fahrenheit, that's true. Be careful. Okay. She is an expert oven user. Yep, we're good. We are at 10,000 feet here in Quito, and sometimes certain ingredients or certain recipes come out a little bit lopsided or even floppy or even fall down. But thankfully this recipe is pretty foolproof even at 10,000 feet. You can see that the cake is uneven, but that won't matter because we're going to be putting the milks in it and then the frosting on the top. Let this sit out here for about 5 minutes.
Add the 3 milks, which is condensed whole milk.
So, in other words, sweetened condensed milk.
1 cup of milk.
Which is whole milk. Evaporated milk.
Evaporated milk. 1 cup.
So we're going to mix these 3 milks together in this big bowl so we have lots of space.
And the milk.
Very easy.
That's why it's called 3 milks cake.
Stir it up. Okay, now the cake has been out for about 5 minutes and we're going to poke holes in it. And we're doing this so we can put in the 3 milks for the Tres Leches into the cake. So we're poking holes in the cake because it's kind of like a sponge cake, and we need to make sure when we add the 3 milks into it that it soaks evenly and all over the cake. And it looks really ugly, but it doesn't matter, right? Because it still tastes good. And we're going to cover it up with
milk and frosting.
Hi, Jana. Just trying to get every single hole filled up.
Even.
Okay, we've got the whole cake just about completely covered.
Looks good.
Now the next step is we're going to put it in the fridge and let it cool off for about an hour or so before we make the whipped cream frosting. We're gonna put it in the fridge to cool off. Have you eaten Tres Leches cake before? Tell us when and where in the comments below. Okay, it's been 1 hour now, and so we're going to get the cake out of the fridge. And we're going to make the whipped cream frosting.
We're gonna add 4 tablespoons of sugar, 2 cups of cream.
Yeah, 2 cups is good.
2 cups.
Just a little over 2 cups came in our bag, so sometimes when I'm making whipped cream, I add a little bit of vanilla to give it an extra flavor. And since we're doing Tres Leches, I think that would be good. So let's add some vanilla too.
Okay.
Okay, let's check it.
Nice and fluffy now.
Okay, why don't you stir it around a little bit? To make sure that it's sweet enough.
I'll do it.
Do not stick that back in there. How is it? Good? Sweet enough? Yeah, that's good. Now go ahead and put it on the cake. And then just scoop it all out. Yep, just go ahead and do it all. We like lots of whipped cream. Is this your favorite kind of cake?
Yes.
Jana usually requests this for her birthday. And what other times of the year do we have it? Easter and special occasions, like when we have an event at church, we make this. Okay, so it looks good. So another little touch that I really like is just a little hint of cinnamon on it, just like that. And if you did want to decorate it for Easter, you could leave out the cinnamon and just do jelly beans or Easter candies and make it your own style.
If you like this video, smash the like button. And if you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and the